What's up, YouTube? It's your favorite NPHP. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're just going to talk about where I did my clinical rotations during school. First clinical rotation was actually the only site that my school found for me. The other 3 locations I found on my own. If you are looking into finding your own location, to start looking at least 6 months to a year, contacting whatever site you would like to be at, because with my experience, even around that 6 months mark, some of the locations I wasn't able to obtain because they already had students with them. So starting early, at least 6 months to a year, is crucial to getting a good location, a good site that you really want. So the first location that the school found for me was pre-admission testing. So it's a pre-admission testing location, and it wasn't much to it. Patients came in that were going to have surgery, upcoming surgery, and we just did a history and physical, and to make sure that whatever surgery that they were having, they were appropriate for. So it wasn't much to it. We see 15 to 20 patients a day. I really didn't do much. I just, basically was shadowing. And for it being my first location, it wasn't that bad. Just hearing how NPs talked and how they talked to the doctors and just getting a feel for it, it wasn't that bad. After pre-admission testing, I went with one of the NPs I actually work with on night. I actually followed her for a semester, which was amazing, just to see what she did. So right now I'm covering 51 patients, and I do on average 4 admissions throughout the night. She actually covered 170 patients, and she was not required to do any admissions. So I knew her personally, and it was a wonderful experience. Just seeing, what a nocturnal NP actually does. Like I said, I found that site myself. I asked her one day, do you mind being my preceptor for clinicals in school? And she was like, when? Let me know when. And I was with her. So my third one, I found myself as well. It was a primary care location in the inner city, and it was amazing. I loved it. So it was the doctor and the nurse practitioner were husband and wife, and they ran their own practice. So that was amazing. It was like a little group. It was them two. So it was a doctor, it was his wife who was the NP, and then I was there. I love that experience, just seeing and managing the comorbidities. A lot of education and a lot of follow-up, keeping them accountable of like their diabetes or their high blood pressure. So I really did like that site. I actually was with her for 2 semesters. That's how much I loved it. And she was free that next semester, and she agreed, and I helped her a lot. Like the first couple months, I got used to how they ran things, and then after that I was seeing a lot of patients on my own, and it was a really good, nice learning experience. I did enjoy that site. So the last site I did was actually home health, and it was an experience. So the thing is, I was pregnant with my daughter, which was a little bit difficult doing home health and being pregnant, and it was my last semester. So I had my daughter in March and I graduated in May, and I was doing this home health rotation with this lady at like 7-8 months pregnant. So the lady I was with liked to get up early and start seeing her patients early instead of later on in the day, because she has younger children as well. So I liked how she was able to set her schedule up. She Googled like the locations of the houses that she'll be going to, and she will make sure she's not driving across town back and forth. She'll see the patients in one area first, and then go across town to see the the last few. On average, we've seen about how many patients did we see? I truly forget how many, but I want to say at least like 5 to 6 patients we will see in their home. So I did like that, how she was able to manage her own scheduling about when to see the patients. And usually we spent a block, like it was like an hour block at the patient's house. So things I did not like about it, you don't know what you're walking into. You don't know if they have bed bugs, any other type of bugs. Some of them were hoarders, and you could barely walk through their house. Being pregnant, there was no room to sit, so standing on my feet for an hour was just rough. But Like I said, if I wasn't pregnant, I'll probably have like a little better experience than what I had, but I was pregnant. So those were my locations that I precepted at. So the first being a pre-admission testing, which my school found that location for me. One of the NPs I worked with on nights, which was amazing. Primary care outpatient in the inner city, which I loved, and I spent 2 semesters with them. And then I did home health. And like I said, I found my last 3 sites, and I found it based on what I would consider working as an NP. I thought about doing home health, and I thought about being in the inner city primary care for sure. Nocturnal NP, I worked with her, and it was like crunch time, and I had to start clinical, and the school did not find me a site yet. I was basically well-rounded, and once leaving, I knew what I wanted to do roughly. I'll link a video to how I found my job, because there wasn't many job opening, and a lot of jobs didn't, you know, call me back. So I hope you like this video. Please give this video a thumbs up, and please subscribe. Until next time.